Hey guys, welcome back to Manny Reads. This is the first video which is up on YouTube, and everyone will you have to do this because Instagram 3 minutes is really not enough for me to give long ranting session about the book. So let's just get straight to business, okay? So I opened this channel mainly because I specifically wanted to talk about this book. I was so bored that I started, creating something like this on this book. This book, we really need to talk about this book. I have a physical copy of it. Unfortunately, I feel so bad that I spent my money on this. Initially, I felt bad because of the Rants की book को ऐसा हो गया करके. And I'll be very honest with you now, I do not regret it. Even if the whole pages would have come off, I wouldn't regret it because what is there in this book? My God, I don't understand. Here it is written that the TikTok sensation with over 2 million 5-star reviews. 2 million people are going to hell for giving this a 5-star. First of all, straight up disclaimer, this is my opinion, okay? People can have different opinions on different books. We have the freedom to express how we feel, but this book, I think we really need to actually ask people if they are okay when they are rating this a 5-star, because what was there in this book? Okay, I think I would pretty much like to explain you people everything in short so that you can get to know why I hated this book so much. So basically, I want to cover up three main aspects here. First off, I want to give you a short description on this book, like what is the story about, and then later I would like to tell you the likes and dislikes, like what I liked in this book and what I did not like in this book. That is going to be the second part. And the third and most important of part, which I want to really discuss, is how are people really liking this. And let's put this thing, it is all my personal opinion. No hate to anyone who enjoyed reading this, and if anyone wants to read this, please go ahead. But then whatever is this is going to be my personal opinion. Okay, so let's get started. First and foremost, the short description which I mentioned about this book. So basically, we have to focus on three main characters in this book. One is Verity, the name here on the book, Verity, and then she is the most sensational author who has written some amazing works. Okay, so she's the first character which you have to focus on. The second character being Jeremy, that is her husband. So that is the second character we have to focus on. And third one is Lowen, Lowen, Lowen. So she's the third character which we have to keep our focus on. So this is the set of three characters, important characters rather, on whom we have to focus in this story. And so let's say that due to some circumstances, Verity has been injured. Like she has met with an accident and she cannot, she's bedridden. She cannot physically do any of her work. All she can do is move her eyes, max her head, is what everyone thinks or everyone assumes here in this book. Okay, so now getting back to the story. So Jeremy and the publishers of Verity have to find a new author to replace Verity to finish the set of series which she has started. Okay, so there is a set of series which she is writing, and till now she has written 6 books and they have 3 more books to be finished. So they are looking out for an author who has a similar writing style to Verity so that it could match up with the rest of all the books. So the one thing about Verity's books in the book is that she writes from a villain's point of view. That is, she's taking the antagonist and she's using their POV to highlight in the story. So this is one thing which is definitely different from the rest of the authors inside the book. So here what happens is, Lowen, she is also a author, but she is a new author. She's new in the industry and she has written I think around 2 books or something like that is what she has written. And now she has been asked to be the co-author of the remaining books for Verity. That is 3 books which Verity has to write. So now she has agreed to it, and she is the one who's supposed to write these 3 books, and she doesn't know how much serious is Verity's issue right now. She doesn't know that if she's bedridden, because they have kept it very low from the media. They have not given them a huge slice of their life. So they just know that Verity got into an accident and currently she is not in a very good position to write books. So they release a press, they have a press release stating that, she writes under a pen name now known as Laura, something Laura Chase, something she writes in the name of Laura. And then so she is writing under pet name, okay. So in that what she is doing is, everyone is like, all of Verity's followers, they are like, who is she, how is she, why is Verity doing this, like they are like full lashing out on. So what happens is, now to understand how Verity actually works, she has to get into shoes of Verity. Like obviously if you want to write like someone or tend to behave like someone, you have to put yourself into their shoes and like see how do they actually work in a particular scenario. And that is what Lowen does. She goes to their home, and Verity has a separate office in her home in which all her manuscripts, all her books, everything is lying there. And Lowen is very excited at the first because the amount she's going to get is going to help her, get a new house and all that stuff. She's basically in that state of life now. And now she goes into the house, she finds, the books, the manuscripts, and everything. And also, let me tell you, she's very much getting attracted to Jeremy. Okay, let's keep that one point there. She's getting highly attracted to Jeremy, knowing that he is married, he has a wife, he has a child, even after knowing that, she is attracted towards Jeremy. And Jeremy is also no saint. He does not directly say no, and he is also partially attracted towards Lowen, even after having a wife, bedridden wife. So another story there. So now what happens is, so since now Lowen has to imprint Verity's book, like she has to bring those 3 books to life, she starts going around her office searching for manuscript after manuscript, assuming that she might get something related to the books. And what she discovers is an autobiography written by Verity herself. So every day she reads a chapter or so. First of all, which is, as a reader, I personally felt that no one would take, if the story is like something very important, I don't think anyone would actually waste that much of time. It was just the door, guys, nothing else. So if as a reader I feel no one would waste that much of time in actually wasting an entire day to read one chapter, because I sat to read this book on 30th November and I finished reading this book on 1st of December. I think it has around 300 some pages. So being a reader, I finished this in one day, and in the book she literally takes one day for each chapter. That was unnecessary is what I felt. That was not necessary to drag it along that much. So coming back to that manuscript, what she found, an autobiography of Verity. There Verity has mentioned some beautiful details about her husband's and her life, how they have been together all these years. How did she have a babies? Actually, her first pregnancy she had twins, and then I don't know if I'm going to get cancelled on YouTube for saying this. You open any random page of her autobiography and all Verity has written is about how good her sex life was with her husband. That's the only thing you will find in this book, which disappointed me very badly. We'll come to that later. So everything she has given really, she's written it in a beautiful way. She has written everything, like how did her first pregnancy go, how were the twins born, and things she has done. Okay, so one of her twin is allergic to peanuts, and that's the reason, like that is how she dies basically. When she goes to her friend's house for a sleepover, that is how one of her twin dies. And basically she was not attached to her children very much, because she is the kind of mom who wanted to get back into her shape after pregnancy. She did not wanted the birth to affect her body physically. So she was someone who to lose weight quickly, and she has done almost everything she can so that she could remain in that shape, because she thought that her husband won't be attracted to her. That pissed me off even more. Okay, so yeah, so then one of her twin dies because she ate peanuts. That too, not like, it was not intentional. It was like she went on a sleepover to her friend's house, and at night they wanted some snacks and they sneak out to the kitchen from the bedroom and they eat something which had peanuts and she dies. And Verity kind of feels bad at that moment because she was kind of attached to this twin who dies. And yeah, the other twin, whoever is remaining, the second twin, she kills her. Yeah, like in the manuscript, she has clearly stated how she kills her. That is by she. I don't know how to even explain it to like a mother killing her own daughter, but she kills her. She takes her to this boat. They go for a boating, and they also have a 3-year-old, 2 or 3-year-old when she kills the twin. His name is Chase, and he was 2 or 3 years old when that incident happened. And they're sitting in a boat, and Verity tells Chase to hold your breath, and then वो boat पलट देती है. Yeah, she turns the boat upside down, and she pretends to save Harper, the twin, the other twin whom is alive, the one whom she tries to kill. She tries to save her, pretends to try to save her. Okay, first she gets Chase, the youngest son, to the shore, and then she pretends to save Harper in a very beautiful way, and she fails. And then Jeremy gets to know that Harper dies, like eventually police comes, they check, and then she's giving the same old story that we were going in the boat, and then something happened. Harper was at the edge, and then she just slipped, and then the whole boat slipped, the whole boat ulta ho gaya, hum bhi doob gaye, wo bhi doob gaye, and she cries. Okay, so this is what happens basically. This is how she kills her own daughter. Before all this, when they were infants, she gets a dream. In the dream, she sees that Harper killed the other twin, Kristen, something. Chastain, I think. I don't remember her name also because it was so bad. So she tries to kill the other twin karke isko dream. She got a dream like this, and she was like, oh, I knew this would happen because I saw this happen in my dream. Like, first of all, what do you mean just because you saw in a dream, you believe it? Okay, fine, could have been the reason. But Chastain died due to peanut allergy in which she ate peanuts unknowingly. How is it that you blame Harper for this was my first question. Moving on. So the next thing what happens is after, Harper dies and everything, now Jeremy knows, like, he has to save his son because he doesn't know what is happening. So in the manuscript, we can see that Jeremy asks Verity ki, why did you tell Chase to hold his breath? That is when she gets to know that she cannot lie because Chase has told Jeremy something which she thought he won't share. Number one, stupidity. Okay. Remember in this story, now when I told you, Chase was 2 or 3 years old. That's it. That was his age when he told his dad that his mom told him to hold his breath before boat ko ulta karne se pehle. Okay, we are done here. Okay, till now we are done. And at the last line, she tells that since nothing can save me, I am going to take my car and I'm going to end myself. That is the last sentence which she tells. And after that, she met with an accident in her car. She goes and hits to a tree, and that's how she is bedridden now. Okay, till here we are done. So coming back to this, Lowen reads this. Okay, and in the process while she's reading this, we can also see a very nice instances where she's very much attracted to Jeremy, and even Jeremy does not deny this chemistry, and she is going and telling Jeremy that how long can you be taking care of your bedridden wife? You also deserve to have some fun. You should go out, hang out, take Chase, go out, have fun, live your life. You should drop her to some, like we say, like we have this adult caring houses and all. She's like, yeah, you should drop her there. You have fun in your life, bro. Chill. You enjoy karke. This is what she's telling. Okay. So now after this, what happens is, when they're having quite a bit of a heated moment, she sees Verity standing on the stairs and looking, not even looking, piercing into her soul. She freaks out. Who? Lowen freaks out. And now Lowen is like, oh my god. She screams. What she screams? Verity, 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 Verity. She screams Verity in 3 different varieties. Okay. First Verity, when she screams, she's shocked. Second Verity, when she screams, she's like, can't believe this is happening. How can she get up and stand? She's bedridden. She can't even turn her head. Kind of surprise. And third Verity, what she screams is the fear. She's so scared, and yet she decides to take away someone's husband. Where is your brain, ma'am? Okay, so that is done. Okay, till then. And then she makes Jeremy read that manuscripts, and how she killed Harper and all that. And Jeremy actually, like, he reads that for the first time. I think Jeremy has never read any of her works except the first one. And after that, whatever she has written, Verity has written, Jeremy has never read any of the work. And it was Jeremy who recommended Lowen's name to the publishers because he had read one of her books. It was not Verity who recommends, it is Jeremy who recommends. So, starting off from there, then these both, who? Lowen and Jeremy, after reading the manuscript, they go and kill Verity. Like, kill in the sense they actually kill her. How they kill her, another big discussion it has to go on. And yeah, they kill her and they have a happy ever after, is what they think. And then I think I should have stopped reading it after that, but then I completed it, and after like a year or so, they return back to that house to collect all their belongings, or just to go around and just for what sake, I don't know. They go back to that house, and there Lowen finds a letter written by Verity. All this while, they got to know that she was pretending. She was completely fine. Okay, when they try to kill her, they get to know that she was pretending because she asks for forgiveness and she asks him to listen for once. And that letter is even more twisty, and it makes no sense because in that letter Verity has written how she was, like, feeling difficult to write, and that is when someone suggested her to write in a diary or just randomly write everything in a villainous turn, so that she could get ideas for her antagonist in her stories. And how she was so sad when Harper passed away. She was a very good mother, everything happened well. That is what she has written in that letter, and she wishes that Jeremy could read that letter, but Lowen doesn't give that letter. Okay, so it ends there, and Jeremy and Lowen have a baby. They name her Nova, which means new beginnings, new things, and all that. So this is what happens. I should have stopped there also. It was a sign to stop, but no. I opened bonus chapter. I got that from the internet. I think it was some website which I really don't remember. I think it was in Reddit in which I read, and I read the bonus chapter. They not only killed Verity, they also killed Verity's friend, Patricia. How did they meet Patricia? After, she dies, they got her insurance money. They sold the house, they got that money. Every money they got, and they shifted to North Carolina. Carolina? They shift somewhere, man. They just shift from wherever they are, and they shift to Carolina. Somewhere they go. Okay, somewhere away from everyone, where the public doesn't know who they are, and they have no idea who they are. Okay, so that is how they go. And they are at the beach when this girl called Patricia, she comes and she's like, hi, and then they have a baby. No, I told Nova, their daughter. And now this Patricia is a kind of this nosy auntie types who's going to get to know information, and she's going to spread it to the entire neighborhood. So they were so scared that that she'll do something. Jeremy literally drowns and kills her. Like, what? Wasn't murder of one person enough that you killed the other? I mean, why did you hide your marriage? That was my second question. Why? What was the need to hide a marriage? If you're so scared of people knowing, why did you get married? That was my third question. And if you really had to hide something like that, you could have just requested her politely, like, yeah, this happened so fast. Yeah, we got married after Verity died. You could have done something, but then you just don't. You literally drown and kill her because you were scared that she'll go and tell it to someone else, and then people are going to be behind you. It doesn't make sense. And after that, after drowning her, Jeremy is like, we did not kill her. Yeah, bro, you only killed her. We don't involve Lowen in this. It's not we, it's only you who killed her. So yeah, basically everyone dies in this. These both, they kill everyone, okay? So this is the story in short. Okay, if I start telling you in detail, my god, my blood boils like anything. So we'll not go into detail, okay? So this is what happens in this book. Now, coming to the things I liked in this book. What did I like? The cover. Nice cover, got ruined. I am not even upset about it. Things which I disliked. Oh god, I have a list of things which I did not like in this book. Starting off with the main character Lowen itself, I did not like her at all. What do you mean? You go for work, do your work and come back. Why are you involving in their personal matter, ma'am? So that was one thing which I did not like. And then I did not even like, Jeremy, you kill people and then you tell it, we did not kill, we did not kill. Yeah, bro, you killed. Take it on yourself that I did not mean to kill. But what do you mean like, we did not kill, we did not kill? You killed. You actually drowned the person. You actually made a person suffocate and die. Not if I'm sad for Verity's death. I mean, what she has done is horrible. How could she kill her own children? She tried to even manipulate Chase, giving knives and all that. I understand that. Killing Verity was somewhat justified. Patricia, what did she do to you? You drowned her. For what? Just because she spotted you in a beach. Just because she spotted. Not even like, and she just made a light conversation about 5 minutes. And that's when she dies. Okay? And then any page you open, any page, I don't understand. Even in Verity's point of view, the only thing which was persistent, which was like continuously happening, was her sex life with her husband. I understand that you and your partner are having an amazing sex life, but not everything, whatever you had to write, should have been only to that. She was so obsessed with Jeremy. Verity was so obsessed with Jeremy that if Jeremy's attention ever went to his children, their children, she would get so pissed that she would literally do something, kuch to natak she would do, so that Jeremy could give all his attention back to her. There is a literal line in the book which I have written down so that I can tell you people, to tell what kind of psychopath she was. She has literally told that I was suddenly not okay with being third most important thing, not even person, guys, third most important thing in Jeremy's life. Ma'am needs therapy, sir needs therapy, the third woman also needs therapy. All of them need therapy, and they put Chase into therapy. At least they are doing something good for the child, is what I feel personally. And now, the next part. Any page you open, it is filled with scenes like this. Okay, that is another thing. And next, what kind of an end was that? Even in the bonus chapter, there was no such conclusion as such. And I do not, as much as I love open-ending books, I do not like when books will give you multiple direction of ways in which it could have traveled. Just give me like one or two options, either this or that, and then I'll be choosing any one. In this, I don't know whom to trust only. Should I trust Lowen? Hell no. Verity died. Jeremy, I think he is a psychopath. So there is multiple things which can happen in that. Jeremy could get used to this, killing people because they spotted them. And then I also feel that Lowen is being very much obsessed after reading the bonus scene. Lowen is being very much obsessed to be better than Verity was in bed. I hope you guys understand that. I don't understand where this competition is coming from her, because what do you mean that you're competing with the person whom you guys killed but technically who's dead? How does it even matter to you? You should be happy with your family, your children, but then you are comparing yourself with the person who has died. It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, so these were the things. I think I sent a 4.5 minute long ranting session to my friends saying that this book had nothing but smut. After reading this, I wished I lost the ability to read, and I honestly hope that I burn this book. So these were all the thoughts which I got, and these are literally the raw emotions I had when I finished reading this, because I don't think I have read something like this in my life ever. Like, I don't think I have read a lot of dark romance. I'll be very honest, I'm a dark romance girly as well. And then at least we had a plot in dark romance. We have a plot. At least we have enemies to lovers. This family does not like that family. That family has problems with another family. We have something, to look forward for. Here we had absolutely nothing. And this book, people who are giving 5 stars, I read even few reviews on Goodreads because I'm very much interested to know what made people give 5 star. And everywhere I saw it was the greatest psychological thriller, and I'm like, there was a psycho in this. There was no thriller in this. There was psychos, not even a psycho. All of them are, as we say, different shades of red. These were different shades of psychos. All of them, all the main characters, all the supporting characters, everyone is a psycho in this book. There is no thriller element. And people who actually, who are actually buying this book, now I am telling you guys to honestly stop. But then again, it is your opinion. If you want to just deal with this shit, I think you should go ahead and buy it. spend 500 rupees or whatever you're going to get it on Amazon, buy it, spend it, and then later don't tell that no one told you that this book was so bad, because I am telling you this, and I opened this YouTube channel exclusively for this long review, because this is going to go for like half an hour or so. I don't know what it is going to happen, but this book should seriously be stopped publishing anywhere. I mean, forget hyping. I to suggest stop the publishing only. Let the book get over, let no one else buy it. Just stop this. Because what the hell? This book, burn it down. Please. I never say anything like that, but honestly, I feel that this was the worst book which I have ever read in my life. Like, the worst book. If someone tells me, if you wish any book wouldn't exist, people will be like, no, I cannot think of any book. My answer, Verity. Burn it, destroy it, do whatever it takes. Because honestly, my brain couldn't process what I read. I'm randomly opening any page and all I see is sex life between Jeremy and Verity, or the scenes between the chemistry between Lowen and Jeremy, or how she tried to kill her children by inserting a wire inside her when she was like 5 months or 7 months pregnant, and that is how Harper got a scar. And before people come to me, are you team manuscript, team letter? Guys, I'm team manuscript, because I believe that she was a psycho. And there's one solid reason why I believe the manuscript makes more sense than the letter, is because of Harper only. Because in the initial book, we are mentioned that, Harper is the one who's born with the scar. And in the manuscript, she tells how Harper might have got that scar. So I feel that the manuscript is the true version of Verity, and the letter is again the one which she's lying. If she can pretend to be bedridden, I think she can pretend to be nice also. That is what I basically have to say. And yeah, I think I can keep going on, because this book was so bad. It was terribly written, and all of this, I have no problem who enjoyed this book. God bless your soul, because I too did not enjoy this at all. I was very much very hyped up to start this book, because this book was so hyped everywhere. And yeah, it was very bad. And I had this kink word called alright. Okay, anything happens, it's like alright, alright, alright. Everywhere it's alright only. But then my brain was not alright after reading this. And I understand people have different kinks in different books, but in this book, their kink was, they had a very stupid conversation. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but then Jeremy and Lowen ka jab fire chemistry chal raha hai na, that time Jeremy is like, he looks over her and is like, I don't have a condom. And this girl, she's like, even I am not on birth control. And then they have a baby. Yeah. If you know that you're not using protective measures, why did you do it in the first place? Madam, sir, both of you. I have like lots of unanswered questions in this. And honestly speaking, I think we should really stop hyping books all the damn time, because few books might be worth the hype, where most of the books will not be that good. Because I have no words left, because when I first read this, I literally wish that I could just forget that I ever read this book, because this book was so bad. And it is my opinion. I'm saying it again and again so that people can actually understand that, people can have different opinions on different books. Just because you like some books doesn't mean that everyone in this world should like that book. And I personally did not like this book. As I told you the reasons. Any page you open, it is filled with smut. Or how she tried to kill her children because she was not happy to be the third most important person in her husband's life, and how she was obsessed with her husband. Like, when I say obsessed, she was obsessed with her husband. And Lowen, on the other hand, was trying to do the same thing. She was obsessed with Verity, who was obsessed with her husband. Everything she does, she's comparing it to Verity. Verity died, guys. They killed her, okay? And now Lowen is like, did Verity do like this? Am I better than Verity? Was Verity bad than me? Am I doing better than her? Is she was like this? Was she like this? Am I better? Am I doing good? Am I keeping you happy? Am I keeping the children happy? Everything she did, she compared herself to Verity, which was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Because, guys, you have killed her. What would a dead person have against you? Until and unless they don't turn into a ghost and haunt you for the rest of their life, which didn't happen in this book. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but then yeah, I hope you listen it till the end, because usually when I start ranting about a book, it is going to go this long. And in short, if I have to say, I do not recommend this book to anyone. Save your mental health, save your eyes, save your brain. Do not read this, do not buy this. Stay safe, everybody.